Hello, welcome to this lesson on converting fractions to decimals. Now, I've given myself a little reminder at the bottom down here, which is just down here, which says written division. And the reason I've put that is that that's a really important skill for this particular method. So you do need to know how to use a written method for division. So if you haven't got that sorted already, please go to one of my lessons on that and check it out. Okay, so here we are. Now, if we're looking at tenths and hundredths, converting a fraction into a decimal is extremely easy. We can just use our place value because we have a tenths column and a hundredths column. So if I have 9 tenths, over here I have 9 tenths, the 9 will go in the tenths column, because it's 9 tenths. So the 9 will go in the tenths column. And I have, because this one at the top, the numerator is smaller than the one at the bottom, the denominator, that means that I have no whole ones, I have no ones. So I have 0.9. So if it's tenths, it's very simple, it goes in the tenths column. Now we've got hundredths. So I've got 23 100ths. So if I think of the 3 will go in the furthest point on the hundredths, so the 3 will go there, the 2 will go there. I have 2 tenths and 3 hundredths, 23 100ths, and I've got no whole ones. So again, hundredths is really easy. The same if I had thousandths, if I had 3 1,000ths, the 3 would go in the thousandths column, and then 0 in the hundredths, 0 in the tenths, I'd have 0.003. If it was 103 thousandths, then I'd have 0.103. So again, if it's tenths, hundredths or thousandths, it's very easy to convert between. Where it gets a little more complicated is where we have the bottom number is not a 10, 100 or 1,000 because it's rarely going to come along that easy for us. And the simple method of doing this is we're going to divide the bottom number into the top number. Divide the denominator by the numerator. So I'm doing how many 4s fit into 3? Well, I know it's going to be 0 point something, and hence we get our decimal. So I can use a written method for this. So I'm going to see how many 4s go into 3. Well, 0. Don't forget your decimal point. So then how many 4s go into 30? And I'm ignoring this decimal point when I'm thinking about my division method. How many 4s go into 30? Well, we have 7 4s going to 30, and 7 4s are 28, and I've got a remainder of 2. So this is the method I'm using. You might use your own method, but then I have 4s into 20, which goes 5, and I've got 0.75. And you may well have known that 3/4 is 0.75 from your own knowledge. Let's try it with the same with 5 6. So I'm going to see how many 6s go into 5. So 6s into 5 goes 0. 6s into 50 go 8, which is 6 8s are 48, so 6 8s are 48. So that gives me a remainder of 2. Then 6 into 20 go 3, and I've got another remainder of 2, and interesting, 6s into 20 go 3, and that's going to continue to happen. So let me just get rid of that so it's not confusing. It's going to be 8 3 3 3 3 3 recurring, so I'm going to have a mark over the top there which means recurring. So that's the method, but here are some different ones that you really should learn, that you should know. So a half is equal to 0.5. A quarter is the same as 0.25. 3/4 is the same as 0.75. A third is 0.33 recurring, so it's going to continue to be 3s forever, and that makes 2/3. 0.66 recurring. So make sure you know all those things. Quite useful for when we turn to percentages, because this is 50%, 25%, 75%, 33.3% and 66.6% when we're looking at percentages of one whole. So you can look at that lesson as well. Hope you enjoyed that. Come back soon.